I mean, it's out of control. I call BS.
Amen.
Yes.
So, I don't have any more tears, y'all.
Yeah.
We've been crying since Sandy Hook. I've cried out. We're cried out. We don't need a day to mourn. We need a day of action.
Yes.
Right here.
Right here.
So, we have some friends here who I want to invite up, like Representative John Ray Clemens. And then I'll invite you to come up if you'd like to say something.
First of all, I want to invite up my colleagues, Representative Hakeem. Come here, Representative Pearson. Anybody else here? Where's Bo? Bo?
Thank you.
Thank you. Why can't I thank you, Bo? I don't think that we expected to speak today. We certainly aren't the ones to be speaking, because as I look around here, I see survivors, I see parents, I see grandparents, I see people who've lost their own children. And I'm not here to talk to the media. I'm here to talk to all of you.
Yes.
So I apologize to the media for turning my back, but you all are here for a reason. We need action.
Yes.
We need more than words.
Yes.
And I will tell you, the only thing preventing action is a lack of accountability. Because the people in this building with whom we serve do not feel like they're being held accountable except to one special interest group.
Come on, tell it.
That is not who they represent.
Yeah.
They represent you.
Yeah.
You elect these people. And people just like you across the state of Tennessee. There are 6.9 million Tennesseans. There are only a certain amount of special interest groups. You are more important. Send the message that they will be held accountable and that your children matter. That your families matter, that your grandchildren matter. Our schools should not be fortresses.
That's right.
Our schools should be places of loving and care and education. I can't help but stand here and again look at Ms. Brooks. Shondell, come here, please. People like this woman, and I know others here, who have lost a child or a loved one, deserve better. The people of Tennessee deserve better. I just want you to know that you have people in this building who are fighting for you and your families. You are not alone. You are not voiceless. You are not powerless. You are the power. My colleagues up here and others just like us, and some across the aisle, are here to fight for you. So please do not lose faith. Please keep hope in your heart. We can affect change. Hold these people accountable. Please. Take this and multiply it by 100 and flood these hallways. And do it consistently.
That's right.
They need to know that you are watching, that you care, and you are not going to take inaction standing or sitting down.
That's right.
Please continue to share your voices. Please continue to exercise your power. And please, for the love of God, vote. And again, I just want to recognize my colleagues, Representative Bo Mitchell from Nashville, Representative Yusuf Hakeem from Chattanooga, our newest member, Representative Justin Pearson from Memphis. You do not have to be elected to affect change.
That's right.
We represent you. Please fight for change. Continue the fight. We're here to help. Thank you.
I'm going to put somebody on the spot, Clemmy.
No, she's speaking for me.
What's your name?
Rafia Muhammad McCormick.
Rafia, from Moms Over Murder.
Yes, ma'am.
You got 2 minutes.
Okay, thank you for putting me on the spot. I'm a mother who lost my son to violence almost 3 years ago. And I stand with the mothers that lost their children yesterday, the family members that lost their loved ones yesterday. I stand with all of us as we say we have thoughts and prayers, but prayers without action is useless. We cannot keep using those empty words to these babies. How do we keep going home every single day to our babies and using those empty words? As much energy as these legislators use for the NRA of giving access to guns, some say it was mental health. I don't know. But if that is the issue, then why isn't mental health care free? Why doesn't TCARE provide mental health service? What's the difference between a young person that goes in here and shoots up a school than a young person that's on the streets shooting up kids in the neighborhood? It's all batshit crazy. And I'm sorry, I'm pissed, I'm tired, I'm angry. I'm angry of having to stand out here and have to explain and sit across some legislators one-on-one and have them keep telling me it's the gun the gun didn't kill the child, the person killed the child. Well, we got a whole bunch of broken people. We got a whole bunch of broken people that you give access to weapons. Until you're able to fix all those broken people, stop giving them access. I'm a mother over murder. I'm tired. I'm damn tired. I want murder to be over.
Yes. Thank you to the Mothers Over Murder. I think there are some students in our group. Are there not? Anybody from students want to say something? Don't be shy. Okay. What time is it? I have no idea. It's time to stop gun murder. Yeah. Yes. 12:20. Okay. If you feel so moved and have something to say, this is your time. You don't have to be important like they are. Everybody's important in this fight, and if you want to say something, if you want to come up here and talk about how you feel, good. We'll listen to it. Everybody's going to get 2 minutes. Who wants to say something? Sir? Tell us who you are.
Sure. My name's Paul Vaughn. My kids go to a school that have lots of guns, and there's been no murder, no mayhem, or anything at our school. It just so happens you're here on the streets today when there's the statewide national homeschool rally is holding their event inside, and that's what we are a part of. And I want to say, as a Christian man, I deeply sympathize with loss and hurt and the loss of life. It is wrong, it is evil, and it needs to be stopped. Okay? The issue we all have is that every one of us did not create ourselves. We were created by a creator.
Are you hijacking a gun rally to talk about your agenda? Is that what you're doing?
No, what I'm
What's your name
doing,
again? What's your
my
name
name is
again?
Paul Vaughn.
Yeah, where's your website?
I don't have a website.
Oh,
I'm
where
not, I
can
got
people
no
find you?
agenda. I'm here for
People
homeschool
here
students.
because 3 kids died and you're here to
Are
put
you
an
media or are you
agenda?
speaking?
Now I just
I got
became
2
your
minutes.
I just became your worst nightmare. What are you
30
doing?
seconds.
Look,
Let's finish.
what I'm here to do is
Let
say,
him talk. Let him talk.
do we have rational conversations in this country still?
Yeah,
or are we just
go
all
ahead.
about street violence?
Go ahead.
You're hijacking.
Talk.
Like,
I was invited, sir.
Okay. Let's hear it.
Okay? And you think it's fine to sit here knowing that every one of you probably disagree with my position, it's fine. But I care enough about you to say something to you. Okay? I know. At a
Name the first and last names. You can keep talking and you can't name all
You don't want to hear it.
Say their name.
Welcome to County.
Go for it.
Pastor's daughter was Kaylee. Okay? I don't know the other two. I read about 2 articles. Hey, the point is,
What is your position?
my position is human beings are sinful and we need to repent of sin.
Okay.
Murder is sin.
Yes, it is. Okay.
Murder is in our heart. Okay? And we need to stop.
So people have assault weapons now? Have assault weapons?
Who's next?
Is that something you should give people who are sinful? Assault weapons?
Anybody else? Come on.
So I drove down from Greenville, Tennessee, because last year, a year ago, yesterday, we lost one of our band kids being shot by her parent in a crossfire and an exchange.
I'm sorry, do you want to try this? Because they're not
Yeah. So my name is Becky Anderson. I drove down from Greenville, Tennessee. A year ago yesterday, dear Tegan was shot. Got caught in a crossfire during exchange from her mother and her father. She died. Her father died. And I decided to come down because, like you said, I am sick and tired of people dying. Yes. We are going to die anyway, but my God, let's not do it this way. So I'm here to say I'm going to stand up for Tegan and those kids. And I'm sorry, I don't remember their names from yesterday. I started crying when I heard it. It was like, that's it. That's it. A good God, speaking of that guy, does not allow this crap. Does not allow this crap. And I'm sorry.
Yeah, I know. Thank you. Who's next? Pull that.
Anger is holy too.
Yes.
I'm the Reverend Larissa Romero. I'm interim minister at Downtown Pres, and people of faith are with you in your anger and in your sadness. Augustine said that hope has 2 beautiful daughters, anger and courage. And we are here representing both of those things, and the reality that was already spoken, that prayer without action is in fact not true prayer. Exactly. And that we have to use our feet and our hands, because the hands that God has are our hands.
My heart is broken again, but I refuse to allow the evil of the system to rule the day.
Amen.
This is our country.
Yes.
Let me say that again. This is our country,
Yes.
and we belong together.
Yes.
If they continue to divide and conquer us, we will never build the momentum to change the system. The system has to be dismantled at all costs. I'm the pastor of McKendree United Methodist Church, the oldest Methodist church in the state of Tennessee. Now here's what I'll tell you. We have to stand guard not just today, but every day. We have to form these alliances. We have to form solidarity across race, across gender, across age. This is our time under God today. Let's act like it.
Thank you, pastors. Any, Carol? Yeah. Come on.
Hello. All right, I'm just going to read a post that I made today, which I think is really pertinent to right now. I am also a Christian, and I represent Christians that are, and I'm trying to just pull up the post.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, that's okay.
What is your name?
My name is Carol Buckley Frazier, and I'm a volunteer with Moms Demand Action, and have been for several years. because I got super sick of this years ago. I have 3 children that were raised in the schools in this city and that are young adults now, and thank God they aren't in schools now, because I would have a hard time saying goodbye to them in the morning. Someone that I used to be close to many years ago when attending church together asked me this past year, when did you get so political? Like it was really an awful thing to be politically involved in your community, state, and country. Well, I got very vocally political when I realized as a Christian that it was my duty to speak up about the harm being done to our communities, families, and the individuals and country by religious zealots who claim to be working for God. As someone who goes down to the Capitol a lot during legislative season with Moms Demand Action, I can tell you this supermajority, Republican supermajority, loves guns. There is no depth they won't go to stand up for guns. Children, not so much. We've had several of our Tennessee GOP reps interviewed, many who refused, but here's one that really encapsulates the GOP mentality and the state of their, quote, thoughts and prayers, unquote. Representative Tim Burchett, on camera, throws up his hands in resignation, says he homeschools his kids, and that we can't do anything at all except change the hearts of people with the gospel. I'm sure he and his family are counting down the days till they are raptured out of here.
And so are we.
Hey, Representative Burchett, representing Tennessee's 2nd District, are you talking about forcing people to be baptized? Maybe going to indoctrination camps? Making a law that everyone has to attend church? Or maybe you think everyone, no matter what their situation, needs to homeschool their kids? That's so simple. We just need to make them change. You, sir, are an embarrassment to Tennessee. Yes. Just like the people that agree with you at this Capitol. You have no solutions. You are an ideologue who is blinded by a gun and a Bible.
Hi, my name is Nita Shriver. I'm just a mom and a grandmother. I'm just a mom. But I have to say, I lived in Europe for several years, and people over there are like, okay, we have mentally ill people too, but we don't have the mass murders that y'all have. What's wrong with America? And I have one encouraging bit, which is I was part of the Plaza people several summers ago, trying to get the statue of Nathan Bedford Forrest removed from the Capitol, where it was installed in 1978. I mean, think about that, folks. You know, years after the sit-ins and so on. So anyway, we prevailed. We got that sucker moved. So it can be done. Woohoo!
Yes. Thank God.
My name's Becca Dryden. I don't have anything profound to add, but I have an 8.5-year-old son, and I had to send him to school today, and it was terrifying.
That's profound, honey.
Linda.
Yes.
Oh, do I have to push it?
Is this okay? I spent hours yesterday trying to research how to developmentally appropriately explain to my 8.5-year-old and my 5-year-old daughter who starts kindergarten next year how to explain to them what happened, because I knew they would hear it from other kids and I needed them to know I was a safe person to talk to about it, while also trying to not fall apart in front of them.
I believe in our schools. I believe in everyone that works at my son's elementary school. The front desk person knows every kid's name, knows every parent of every kid. And I feel sick to my stomach to think what would happen if, not that she would let anyone in, but she would be the first person. These are people that love our kids and that are doing more every day to keep our kids safe than the people here that are supposed to be working for us. I don't want to keep having this conversation. I don't want to worry about my kids every time I drop them off at school. It should be a safe place for them. The people in power should care more, and until they have to have this conversation with their children on a regular basis, they just need to listen to what the rest of us have to say. This is a really scary time to be a parent, and I just want my kids to live a full life. I want them to live. I want to pick them up from school every day alive. And I wish that our legislators cared as much about that as they do about vilifying all sorts of people that aren't like them.
Stuffing their pocket with money from the NRA.
No, my name is Marshall Millman, and I am Jewish. This is not a religious issue. This is a real issue for people of all religions.
Yes.
Whether you believe in God or not, you deserve a right to live. Yes. And this is a problem not just for Tennessee. It's a problem for everywhere in this country. The Second Amendment is not respected because it's been trashed by state governments and municipal governments all over the place, and nobody's done anything about it. Now, I'm not in favor of the Second Amendment as it stands. The Second Amendment must be amended itself because it is no longer comporting with today's reality. And the Supreme Court has to recognize this, and so does our legislature in Washington has to recognize this, and pass an amendment to amend the Second Amendment to more comport and reflect today's reality. The Founding Fathers who started the Second Amendment did it for a reason. It was in the context of militias who had to protect this country from invasion by the British before we won the Revolutionary War. Obviously that has worn out and has gone from our reality for hundreds of years. We need to amend the Second Amendment, period.
Come on down, Jason. Jason's ready. He's been ready. He was supposed to testify today, but no, he didn't get to.
Yeah, I'm a little bit pissed off. Sorry. I'm Jason Sparks. My kid brother was murdered right around the corner from here in broad daylight when he was just going home on his lunch break to walk his dog. And I don't know if we'll ever find out who did it, but ever since then I've had to tell my children that they lost their uncle, and I have to go to here to talk to these people. When I was testifying 2 weeks ago, the legislators just walked out as I was talking. The ones that didn't want to listen to what I was talking about, right? Last week, Miss Shondell and I were sitting there and they told us the guy said, "Oh, I wish you guys would stop protesting guns. I wish you would protest the real issues like violent TV and video games." Because that's what killed my brother, a violent TV show. Oh, and he said the culture, whatever the hell that means. Sorry, a little fired up. But anyway, I'm so discouraged. I mean, obviously they're dodging the legislation today because they think you're not going to be here next week, right? When it comes back. Wait till it...
We're coming back. We're coming back.
Right, exactly, right? So anyway, I'll be back here next week. I don't know if you guys can make it, but I'm going to keep coming back here until they listen to us. And after this, I have to go pick up my damn daughter because she's having an anxiety attack because of this bullshit. Sorry. Anyway, and that's just not how this is supposed to be, guys. Schools shouldn't have to be fortresses for our kids to be safe. I shouldn't have to get, anxiety therapy for my kid because of the horrible crap going on in the world. But Anyway, thank you all for being here. I know lots of you are not survivors, and that just means a heck of a lot to me. I appreciate all of you so much, and thank you for being here, and I'm sorry that you're here for this reason.
Okay, Jason reminded me, I need to remind you or tell you that if you will please come back 1 week from today, right here, 12 noon, red shirt, bring your friends. We will hear the gun bill that they chose not to hear today at noon, the good one, and then we'll hear the bad one and Jason at 1:30. So a week from today. Yep. And if you aren't a member of our group, please text the word ACT, A-C-T, to 64433. That lady has a sign right down there. ACT to 64433. Who's next?
Here. In front of you.
Oh, come on.
Hi, I don't have a lot to say. Obviously, there are a lot of people who have said a lot that maybe matters more than what I have to say, but I have an 8-year-old in public school here, and I got an email from her principal yesterday saying that the school had gone into lockout. And I got a lot of feelings right at that moment. I felt scared. I felt this sinking, horrible sense of dread. And I immediately went to look at the news and see what possibly could be happening to my child or other children. I was lucky enough that in the same email, our principal told us that all of our kids at her school were safe. And I knew that something bad had happened, and then I found out other kids weren't safe. Other kids weren't going to get to go home. Apparently yesterday, I don't know if all of Metro schools did this, but her school had a lockdown drill all morning long, where the children had to think about this all morning long in a lockdown drill. And then immediately after the lockdown drill was over, the school had to go into lockout because someone was killing children and staff members 8 minutes away. I would like to share those feelings with the people in power who say that they can't do anything to solve this problem. I would like them to get an email saying that their child's school is in lockout. I would like them to get the email that their child's school is in lockdown. Not all of us can homeschool our children. That is privilege that not everyone has. And our children deserve to be safe in the public schools that we pay for. The wonderful, awesome, caring public schools that deserve to be protected.
Hello, my name is Dr. Wisner.
Push it.
Okay, I would like to make a request today to everyone here. And I hope my request would be applied in the ground. Why do we, the American people, entertain gun movies? Can you please not watch any movie which has guns? Please, I'm asking this. There is a famous saying which says, you are what you eat, but also you are what you see. And also you are what you hear. So, in the name of all the people who have died of gun violence, I am requesting everybody to stop watching any movie which has killings and guns. Why would the government allow the greatest movies of all time having killings there? If anyone who is a parent, I know all parents know how to guide their children while watching movie. If there's one thing we can do as parents, please do not watch any movie or any content that entertain guns. I think the solution is right here. And also the founding fathers,
just keep going.
The founding fathers, they left us the greatest design of all time, Second Amendment. But the Second Amendment is still, it needs to be amended. It needs to be re-amended. How long did they do that that law. But how many years has this been?
300 years.
300 years. Nothing has been done. So when we go to our lawmakers, we have to remind them the Second Amendment is an issue which has to be discussed by us. Who are we? We are the people.
Yes.
The power is in we the people.
Yes.
But we are complacent. I appreciate everybody here, but this whole city should have been filmed after what happened in the school.
Yes. Yep, sir, your time is up.
Okay, thank you everyone.
Thank you. Okay, you're going to be our last speaker. Thank you.
I'm just a mom.
Don't say
And
just.
I'm not just a mom, but
Just.
amongst everybody here, I've not lost people to gun violence, but I know people that have. And what scares me the most is if I were in childbearing years, I don't know that I would want to have kids right now. And I love my kids, 19 and 22, more than anything on this planet. And if I had to send them to school right now, I wouldn't do it. I mean, it is so horrifying that we have to live in a world where we are afraid for our children to get educated. It's just horrifying. And for everyone here that has little ones, I just hug them hard. I mean, hug all your people hard, because we never know when a gun is going to take someone down. And it's horrifying. And I'm so sorry that we have to be here, but we have to keep showing up. We have to. You know, they canceled us today. Come back with 10 more people by your side next week. Just keep coming back. This has got to stop. It has to stop. And I'm so grateful. I don't have little ones. I'm sorry. It's so hard. These kids were so innocent, and every life is innocent when it's taken by a gun. But these kids, it's just heartbreaking. Just turn around and hug somebody today, you know?
Thank you.
Hi everyone, I'm David.
I'm Caitlin.
We're healthcare workers that have been working in Nashville the last 3 to 4 years. I know there's some of you out there here as well working healthcare and seeing just the horrible, horrible after effects of these gun violence, tearing through bodies, souls, and lives, and the holes they'd leave behind in families, in communities, and even us. And after yesterday, I just want to say I'm sorry, and I'm ashamed that I've ever walked away from a debate. I've ever not stood my ground. And lastly, I'm so sorry that I wasn't here with all of y'all in the past doing the work that's necessary. I mean, we've offered prayers and thoughts, but this is a time for work. And I promise from this day on that, we are going to be here with y'all, putting in the work, and that we're not going to let this anger leave us, this determination leave us. And because I don't want to see it again. I don't want to console a family, a loved one. I don't want to have tears in my own eyes while I'm trying to comfort someone, because I'm broken. So please, let's keep this energy. Don't let up. And I know there'll be a solution if we just do the work.
Amen.
Thank you guys.
Is there anybody who wants to bless us out? One of our pastors? Would you bless us? Because we need it.
You got one back there?
Pastor?
I'm a soldier with God. I believe in Jesus Christ. I'm saved, so I believe prayer is what we need right now.
Oh, wow. Okay, first of all, Father God, we come to you in the humble asking for the renewal, asking for healing, because we all need that. Father, show us the way. Forgive us for anything that we do wrong. In Jesus Christ's name I pray, amen. Thank you.
Heidi, you want to say something quick? Yeah. Here's Heidi.
Hey everybody, thank you for being here. I mean, wow. I spent the day yesterday with these families who were being reunited with their children in the worst waiting room I've ever been in, and heard the primal scream from a mom when she found out that one of these children was hers. And we are gunning down our 9-year-old children. That is unacceptable. We cannot stand for that. I don't care how much the NRA is paying people. I don't care how much they're pushing for everybody to be issued an AR-15 at birth. But for God's sakes, we have to do something about it. What kind of a civilization does not defend their children? I'm worried that this is going to be another one of those news cycles where everybody is very upset for a couple of days until the next big thing happens. Your Democratic legislators are running common sense gun laws every single session. And they are dying in committee. The solution to this problem is to vote. We have got to get people elected in this state who will support common sense gun legislation. I suspect almost everybody here has my cell phone number. If you don't, I'm happy to give it to you. Please don't hesitate to reach out to me if I can be supportive of any effort that you have to not get people registered, but to get them to the polls to vote. Thank you.
We really are almost done. That was State Senator Heidi Campbell. A real fighter for us. Come on, girl. We have some students with us. This is the hope of the future.
Hello. Okay. Hi. We're high school students from Hume Fog Academic Magnet. Just both of us, we skipped school today, kind of like in protest for it, because we don't feel safe at school. I mean, hearing all this, it's heartbreaking, and like we're scared, and we want gun control, and we want change. Thank you.
We really are done. Come back in a week.